Live wrestling broadcast for 12/2/2013. I am the Man in Black, and this is our Tuesday show. We're going to cover everything today. Lots of stuff to cover. So we're going to get into it. I just want to let everybody know that if you heard me say, we used to do a gaming section when we were live, and we're still doing that. We're starting our new series. If you haven't heard, there's a new game called Call of Duty Ghost. We've been doing some videos just mainly talking about the pros and cons, some things that need to change. I just added a series. I had a little kid try to, he apparently wanted to join the clan that me and my wife run, and we have an age limit. It's 18. I don't need no, we accept all applications, but if I don't think you're mature enough, I just, I don't want, 10 and people that's not old enough to buy the game to be playing it. I'm sorry. With me. So he got a little mad, and got a little rambunctious, and then he tried to jump into, several games over the last three days and trying to troll us and stuff. So we kind of trolled him a little bit, and I have some video of that. So I just want to let you know about that. So be checking us out. The talk series, or the conversation series about Ghost, is basically just that. Mayhem News Live, Call of Duty Ghost Talk. But you'll have a special report every once in a while, where we do a troll being trolled or something like that. So, just funny stuff we like to talk about. Okay, getting right into it. TNA has signed a multi-year agreement with Nippon Television Network Corporation, or NTV, to air Impact Wrestling every Saturday at 10 p.m. and also allow people to get their one-night pay-per-views and their monthly pay-per-views as well. Now, there are many saying that, does this mean that maybe TNA is not going anywhere? Who knows? We don't know. Now, when I wrote this next note, it was a site I trusted, and I have a feeling they got this stuff from WWE.com. Big Show, a lot of people were talking this Big Show being taken off TV due to head trauma, per WWE.com's article. The trauma started with a punt, which I thought had been banned, Orton's punt to his head, and then aggravated again by his match on Raw. And I don't know, they say that they're going to take him off and kind of postpone this thing that they're doing, which is one reason why Cena's getting a shot. They're kind of doing the two things, which I think they planned on doing anyway, but I don't know if they planned on doing it right off the bat. Let me kill this light down a little bit. It's a little bright in here. Now, Bill Goldberg has stated that his return to WWE is favorable as far as he's concerned. The only thing is, it's up to WWE. They're going to have to make their money right, which, he doesn't need fame. He's stepped away from wrestling. He's made a life for himself. So they're going to have to make it worth his while, and I don't blame him. Many articles and along with many people are talking about Bray Wyatt, saying he works for and is controlled by the devil. They mentioned in regards to the Undertaker being the one. Maybe the Undertaker is the one controlling. In regards to maybe the Undertaker being the one controlling the Wyatts, many say that this would actually bring him into the most interesting storyline that WWE has, as well as limit his time that he would actually have to be in the ring, And, I think this is a wise decision. I think, not only the Undertaker, but WWE has realized that, it's come to, certain wrestlers' time where, hey, maybe I can't get in there and, jump off the top rope anymore. I don't know. And when I wrote this, Raw had not taken place yet. So, and now it looks to me like the Wyatt is actually trying to get Daniel Bryan to join the Wyatt family. He said some very interesting things. We're going to get to that when we cover Raw when we get to Raw, but I'm going to leave it there for right now. You know, and due to the Undertaker's past injuries, and, you know, I've heard several things that he had maybe something else that he needed to be fixed, but they had to fix one thing before they could fix the other. So, you know, they're trying to keep him healthy for WrestleMania. I understand that. And this would allow him to be on TV a little more, you know, kind of like when he was in the ministry. You know, he kind of didn't quite wrestle as much as then as as before. So, you know, the big question this week is the Undertaker behind the Wyatts. We're not going to do what I think this time. I want you to leave what you think in the comments below. Now, I'm going to be honest. Okay? I want you to take a long look. I ain't Boogie 2988. So if you give me something and you want to insult me or say something, I'm going to report your ass, and then I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. So if you want to let me know, do you think the Undertaker's behind the Wyatts? Fine. Don't leave no crap, because I'm just going to delete it anyway. Okay? So you're wasting your time and your breath. But just leave it in the comments below. Let us know what you think, and then we'll talk about it again next week. But you can also leave it. You can search for us on Google+, and you can also search for us at Mayhem News Live, or you can tweet me directly. That's at capital TMIBLIVES. Whoop, we're not having them. Just bump the table there just a little bit, okay? But we're going to move on. Just kind of leave your comments or send us an email. That's Mayhem News Live at mayhemnewslive@gmail.com. WWE Diva Caitlyn has gotten engaged to PJ Braun. That may explain some reasons why she hasn't been on TV. I'm not sure. It's been brought to everyone's attention that WWE is erasing or covering up certain Mel Phillips. He was a behind-the-scene worker exposed as a pedophile. Claims that Phillips took advantage of underage workers in the 1980s and 90s have been exposed and are being looked at. That's pretty much the headlines for right now. We're going to move on to TNA. Opening the show with Anderson saying he will put Aces and Eights to a proper burial. Thank you, God. Should have been done 3, 4, 5 months ago. Anyway. Then Dixie Carter comes out. Yay. Note my sarcasm. And says she hired a chief of staff. Okay, now, this was interesting until I found out it was Rockstar Spud. And I basically went, huh? I said, Kane? They get Kane for chief operating officer, or whatever we call it. And TNA picks Rockstar Spud? Fail. Sorry. I mean, I like the guy. I think he can wrestle really good, but really? Anyway, Ethan comes out to face Curry Man. I'm sorry. You can't make this stuff up. I guess Christopher Daniels decided to wanted to bring out one of the old characters. Christopher Daniels was Curry Man, the guy that had the pepper on top of his head. Anyway, Ethan wins. Topa defeats Velvet Sky in an actually pretty decent match. She almost beat the referee up after he banned Gail Kim to the back. Broman's match, I'm sorry, it was just a waste of space. Sorry. The other team was halfway decent, but I'm sorry, Broman's is just... And after that, the show just got stupid. And I'm sorry, it just... even if I tried to get and finish watching the rest of the show, I really tried. I tried to make it through all of the Aces and Eights burial. I really did. I couldn't even hardly. I was so weirded out by the whole show. I couldn't even realize that Bully Ray and AJ Styles now have, AJ's supposedly gone, and now Bully Ray is walking out with a hoodie, kind of doing the AJ Styles thing, and I'm toward Anderson, and I just want to know who wrote this and when do they start getting unemployment. It was the crappiest TNA, and I know that says a lot, that I have ever seen. As far as I can tell, there was no Sting. There was no, that was, ugh. I'm sorry. We're going to move on to Ring Warriors, who actually know how to write a show, other than one part that I'm going to talk about. Ring Warriors is a great show. There's too much going on in this show for me to quickly go over everything that goes on. We did find out that Chance Prophet lost the Bohemian Championship to a newcomer. We did find out that Chris Santee is actually, going to give Tomko a shot at the Ring Warriors Grand Championship belt, even though he thought he had a friend, but Tomko's like, hey, I'm still coming after your belt. But, we work together now, but I'm still coming after your belt. All right. The only sour note for the show is New Jack. Now, if you hadn't watched any of my videos or listened to us on live, Google Plus, and all that, I don't think much of New Jack. I really don't think he's worth the air he breathes. He is a worthless man. And if this is a character, he needs to change his character. The things that he said to his former girlfriend, and I'll be honest, I'm not going to mention her name, okay? Because I would be lowering her to his level. But the fact that he made a Travion Martin comment and said that they were going to be beating asses and getting payback for Travion was out of order. It was inappropriate. And if Ring Warriors wrote that, shame on you. It really was. If he wrote that and you didn't know anything about it, or he ad-libbed that, fire his ass. That's just not even something fun. Everybody knows my opinion of New Jack, but this was over the top. He is a waste of space and DNA. Seriously. It's just not right. Other than that, it was a great show. And I will be going into more detail. I was kind of having to do the show quick. I've got alerts set up now. When it comes up on my thing, I can do it quicker. SmackDown. This was SmackDown's Thanksgiving show. Mark Henry defeats Axel with the world's strongest slam. No surprise there. Brutus Clay comes off a bit of a heel as he jumps all over Xavier Woods, saying that he stole from him, and because he let him use the Funkadactyls and said that he looked like he was trying to steal them. Then we had tons of Funk defeats R-Truth and Woods. We're going to see how that feud works out. Titus O'Neil loses to Antonio Cesaro and also loses his lunch and JBL's hat all over Zeb Coulter and Michael Cole. Now, actually, JBL's hat and Zeb Coulter, I would have actually, and that's actually pretty funny. Michael Cole has my respect since the way he did stuff with Jerry, so I'm kind of upset about him getting. But anyway, we had Goldust and Cody versus Rollins and Reigns, which isn't a DQ, and of course, somehow, Teddy Long is using his massive force powers to create 6-man tag matches. So we had the Shield versus, and then it ends up being like Bray Mysterio. It was kind of a confusing ending. Rey Mysterio and CM Punk, Goldust and Cody against the Shield, and I don't know if they had I couldn't tell. But it ended up Goldust, Cody, and CM Punk, and their team won. So SmackDown was actually a pretty decent show. The Raw report. Basically, CM Punk comes out, talks about why the Shield attacked him. Hold on just a minute. I got to pick something up here. Says he thinks Triple H is behind it because he insulted Triple H last week. Says that they, don't want to go down that road. Stephanie Manns comes out. Big surprise. CM Punk threatens the director of operations, Kane. Then we end up with the Shield versus CM Punk at TLC. Same old shit, different day. Exactly what CM Punk said, and I do agree. He said, we've never seen that type of match before. Yeah. Sandow defeats Ziggler in their second consecutive match in 3 weeks. Sandow to face Big E at TLC for the IC title. We had a 6-diva tag match. Bella's and Natty versus Tamina and AJ and Summer. Natty pins AJ again for the win. Later on, it's announced that Natty will face AJ for the title, and I hope she wins it. I really do. Bryan versus Orton. Bryan versus Rowan of the Wyatt family. A video showing Bray Wyatt saying Daniel Bryan would enter the Lion's Den a man, but leave a monster. Bryan with the win. Bray tells Bryant he doesn't see the same thing as the authority sees. He sees the monster inside. He says with him and Daniel Bryan working together, they can bring the machine to a halt. So, are we looking at a face turn, or maybe for the going against the authority, or are they just messing with our emotions? Bryan will take on all three of the Wyatts at TLC. Oh, where did we see that before? Oh yeah, the match they just made right before that. Yeah, okay. Kane set that up, so it was part of his duties. Tons of Fun versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods, with Xavier Woods getting a win over Brutus Clay. Let's see, Del Rio versus Sin Cara, and CR actually pulls out a win. There were rumors of who was actually playing Sin Cara. At least either I actually know who it was, but let's put it this way. Either Sin Cara spent every waking moment in the gym and somehow got growth hormones because he was a little taller, or somebody else was playing Sin Cara, so we don't know. But he actually got a win over Del Rio, so that was a big wow. Goldust, Cody, and Big Show versus The Shield. The Shield gets a hard-fought win. Still cool to see Goldust and Cody, working together. So I guess writing Big Show off TV was, I don't know. We'll see. It was on WWE.com, so I don't know. Ryback and Axel versus Kofi and The Miz. Ryback using the Shell Shock to win, and then it seems there may be a little problem between Kofi and The Miz, basically after Miz slaps the crap out of Kofi. Mark Henry goes on to face Fandango, and Fandango finds out that the world's strongest man can dance all over him, pretty much. And then Mark Henry kind of flirts with Summer to her protesting. Primetime Players versus a Real American. Cesaro gets the win with awesome uppercut. He catches one of the Primetime Players off of the damn ropes, and I was like, y'all better make sure that dude's head's still on. Cena and Orton contract signing. A lot of blah, blah, blah. Cena probably cuts one of the best promos I've seen him cut in a while. Brawl ensues. Pretty much Cena does exactly what he said he was going to do. He hit him over the back with a chair. He hit him with a ladder, and then he pretty much put him through a table, and the show goes off with him holding the title belts above his head. So it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure, very seriously doubt that they just haven't convinced me as far as, getting TLC. They're going to have to impress me to get me to buy that. I want to talk about our sponsor, Zach Pack Promotions. a nonprofit organization helping out many of the things close to their heart and donating and helping people. You can find them on Facebook, Exact Pack Promotions. You can find them on Twitter at Exact Pack Promotions on Twitter, and then you can also find them on the web at www.exactpackpromotions.com. Fight Disability Slurs is my wife and my campaign to basically try to get people to quit using slurs of all kinds, but we're really focusing too on disability slurs because we have a little boy, that has Downs, and that's kind of close to our heart. I want to thank Throttle for the intro music that you heard at the first of the show. I appreciate it. I thank them for it, and you can find all their stuff on Amazon and iTunes, and you can buy the albums or the singles. They have a new album, Razor Wire Finish Line, and it is available now. Right now, it's just available through iTunes and Amazon. But the song that you hear at the front is part of their song New Blood, and I appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to Blast 52, an Irish band from Ireland. We really appreciate them. They're great music, and I'm actually going to try to work out having a phone interview with them. I'm going to put it on the show. We may do just a special show just for them. You can follow them. They have a main account, which is Joey's. It's at Blast52. And then you can also follow Stephanie at Blast52 Drummer. Their stuff is on Amazon and iTunes, and I've actually got the link on their little picture at the end of the show. I have a new album, We Can Pretend, a new EP that's just come out. You can find that there as well. I want to send our prayers out and thoughts out to Gabe Leal and his family. He is fighting childhood cancer, and we want to send him our prayers and our thoughts. And I want to thank Chance Prophet for letting me know about this. I also want to send a special thanks to somebody that I'm not going to mention their name, but they know who they are. I know they're going through some stuff right now, and we just want to say, you got friends, okay? And all those people that are causing you pain, when all this is over, they will have to stand up for what they did. So this has been the show. I appreciate it. We always have fun on here, and if you have any suggestions or comments, you can contact us at the links and stuff I showed you earlier, and appreciate it. Thank you.